first question is a very direct question. That is, what are the compelling arguments for or against, depending on the point of view, medical uses of marijuana? We'll call on Susan first.
In 1982, I had a blood transfusion in one of the local hospitals. And in 1991, shortly before Magic Johnson found out that he had, I need a microphone with this voice. Shortly before Magic Johnson found out that he had the virus that causes AIDS, I discovered that I had it. I've been very fortunate. I've had very few complications from the virus. About a year ago, I also discovered that I have ulcerative colitis. Two of these diseases do not like each other. Ulcerative colitis limits severely what you need to eat, and currently I'm on the cocktail which works for AIDS. The problem with being on the cocktail that works for AIDS and colitis is that colitis limits what you eat. The cocktail for AIDS insists that you eat. David passed out some of these, I don't know if you want to look. This is my drug chart. This is what I take every day. And their prescriptions. And if you look at the top of the list, there's drugs that I must take with food, and there are drugs that I must take not having had food. The drugs all have side effects, most common of which are digestive, either nausea or diarrhea or all sorts of wonderful things that I would much prefer not to describe. If I take a drug without taking the food, I get nauseous. If I'm nauseous, I don't want to eat. I can take the Ativan, which is the very last drug there, that will clear my nausea, but that will put me to sleep for most of the rest of the day. And if you look, I don't have that option. I get up at 6 o'clock in the morning and my last drugs are taken because you have to take them spaced apart. Otherwise, they also cause nausea. I smoked marijuana as a hippie. It was great, you know, you get stoned and wow, and you're far out there. I don't get stoned anymore. And in fact, when my husband suggested that I try marijuana for these various drugs, I was very against it. I was a older, respectable Sunday school teacher who does not smoke marijuana. It works. It doesn't get me stoned, and in fact, doctors, when they look at some of the charts that I take, I shouldn't be walking, I should be in bed asleep right now. 60 milligrams of morphine and 10 Vicodin pills usually knocks people out. Not me. The marijuana doesn't get me high. What it does is it allows me to eat so I can take the next pill. And I'm not sick from the diseases. The side effects, the nausea, what I'm feeling is from the next pill. It's how heavy duty do I want to get to knock myself out so I can take the next pill so that maybe the virus will not overcome my immune system. For me, it makes no sense. I can take the Ativan, and nice, I'm not nauseous. I'm also not coherent. There's a number of others that I can take, same thing. Marijuana gives me a level that allows me to function. And frankly, I like functioning.
You also function within 3 minutes, which is good because we want to get rid of this one.
Well, I think I made my points on the legalization issue. It's just not logical to me. I don't want to be smoking marijuana. I feel that as a role model here, being a teacher, and it's something that I would like to do something that's legal. I would like to feel that I don't have to sneak. I know I can take the marijuana and smoke in the car. I know if I'm sitting in the car and smoking the marijuana when we're going to a restaurant, there's a risk that the police car next to me, and I'll get out. But I don't want to be there for so long. So that's it matters, one of the reasons that I think that I am as healthy as I am is the support and encouragement that I've had from this congregation in particular. It's very hard to have a disease and to do something that you are condemned for. I don't know if you noticed, but I was very clear at the beginning, this is how I got the virus, because that's the first question that people ask. How did you get it? What did you do wrong that caused you to get the virus? I'm a lucky one. I got it from a transfusion. People can't condemn me from it. I think that's, and I won't use the word that I think it is because, but it matters. It matters to people how you are perceived. And when you say you have AIDS and somebody says, oh, well, it matters. And when you say, to come here and sit and say to people who I know, I smoke marijuana, it's not easy. It wasn't an easy, yes, it's very funny. I was a hippie, I smoked when I was, whatever. And I'm fortunate that it allows me to be able to do it now. But it's not easy. And any part of this disease that is being made not easy helps to make people sicker.